Episode 11, Echoes of Resonance, Success, though welcome, brought its own set of challenges. The pressure to deliver consistently magical art mounted. Their studio became a whirlwind of activity, with assistants scurrying to keep up with the sheer volume of work. Amidst it all, the delicate dance between artist and artifact became strained. One afternoon, during a particularly demanding commission, Alex felt a familiar surge of frustration. He slammed his brush down, a burst of emerald green energy erupting from the canvas. The painting, meant to be a serene landscape scene, contorted into a chaotic vortex, swallowing the tranquil mountains whole. Isabella, witnessing the incident, felt a pang of whirring. The scepter seemed to be amplifying their emotions, blurring the lines between artistic expression and uncontrolled chaos. That night, under the soft glow of the city lights, they sat on the rooftop of their studio, exhaustion etched on their faces. "We can't keep going like this," Isabella admitted. "The scepter is feeding off our anxieties, turning our art into a reflection of our struggles," Alex sighed, staring at the glittering cityscape. "But how do we control it? The magic feels alive, almost sentient," a memory flickered in Isabella's mind. The passage in the arcane library mentioned a connection between emotions and the scepter's magic. But what if, instead of fighting it, they could find a way to resonate with it? The next morning, they approached their work with a renewed mindset. Instead of focusing solely on the desired outcome, they channeled their creative energy into a calmer state, a state of harmony with themselves and the scepter. The results were astonishing. Alex's paintbrush danced across the canvas with a newfound fluidity. The colors flowed, vibrant but controlled, like a vibrant melody. Isabella's hands moved with a practiced grace, sculpting a life-sized figure that pulsed with a subtle, inner light. The scepter's magic, no longer fueled by discord, became a harmonious extension of their artistic vision. News of their latest creations spread like wildfire. Critics who had previously been skeptical were left speechless by the raw power and beauty of their art. It wasn't just the magic. It was the artistry that resonated with the audience on a deeper level. However, their success attracted unwanted attention. Whispers of their powerful artifact reached the ears of a shadowy organization known as the Order of Arcane Balance. These self-proclaimed guardians of magic viewed the scepter as a dangerous relic and vowed to take it from them. As their fame grew, so did the danger. The echoes of doubt had morphed into a symphony of challenges, artistic, financial, and now physical. But for the first time since wielding the scepter, they felt a sense of control, a newfound confidence in their ability to navigate the uncharted territory of magic-infused art. The road ahead was uncertain, but they were ready to face it, brush in hand and scepter at their side. Episode 12, Echoes of Threat. The city buzzed with anticipation for the grand unveiling of Isabella and Alex's latest masterpiece, a colossal sculpture commissioned for the city's central plaza. The piece, titled Echoes of Resonance, was a testament to their newfound mastery over the scepter's magic. The night of the unveiling arrived, a crisp autumn evening shimmering with nervous energy. A throng of people, a mixture of curious onlookers and art aficionados, packed the plaza. As the canvas covering the sculpture fell away, a collective gasp rippled through the crowd. The sculpture was a breathtaking fusion of art and magic. Crafted from shimmering obsidian, it depicted a human figure reaching upwards, a symphony of swirling colors emanating from its outstretched hands. The scepter's magic pulsed within the obsidian, creating an ethereal glow that seemed to resonate with the very air. Suddenly, a cloaked figure emerged from the shadows, their face hidden within a deep hood. In a booming voice that echoed eerily through the plaza, they declared, "This power is too dangerous. The Order of Arcane Balance demands you relinquish the scepter." Chaos erupted. Panic surged through the crowd as several other cloaked figures materialized, brandishing staffs crackling with arcane energy. Isabella and Alex exchanged a worried glance. They never anticipated this, their focus having been solely on artistic expression, not combat. Thinking quickly, Alex channeled his emotions, not into frustration, but into a burst of focused energy. The scepter responded, a shimmering shield of pure magic erupting around the sculpture, deflecting a volley of arcane bolts. Isabella, ever the strategist, used the distraction to grab a microphone. "People of this city," she boomed, her voice carrying over the din. This magic is not a threat. It is art, a reflection of the human spirit. Her words struck a chord in the crowd. Many, initially startled, began to murmur in agreement. The brilliance and beauty of the sculpture had begun to work its magic. Seeing the wavering resolve of the crowd, the Order of Arcane Balance leader, a figure known only as the Arcanist, unleashed a powerful blast of energy. It slammed into the shield, causing it to flicker precariously. With time running out, Alex knew he had to act. He closed his eyes, focusing on the connection he'd forged with the scepter. Images flooded his mind, the swirling colors, the pulsating light, the raw emotions poured into his art. He channeled it all, not into a shield, but into a counterattack. A wave of vibrant energy surged from the scepter, a cacophony of colors that mirrored the sculpture itself. It met the Arcanist's blast head-on, and in a blinding flash of light, both forces dissipated, silence descended upon the plaza. The Arcanist, momentarily stunned, glared at Isabella and Alex. Then, with a frustrated snarl, they signaled the other figures, and they melted back into the shadows. The crowd, shaken but unharmed, erupted in applause. The unveiling, intended as a celebration of art, had turned into a battle for its very essence. But in the face of violence, their art had resonated, sparking a connection with people and turning the tide. As the city slowly regained its composure, Isabella and Alex stood amidst the awe-inspiring sculpture. The scepter hummed softly in Alex's hand, a reminder of the power and responsibility it held. The echoes of doubt lingered, but they were now drowned out by a newfound resolve to continue pushing the boundaries of art, magic, and maybe even their own capabilities. Episode 13, Echoes of Discovery. The aftermath of the Order's attack left a bittersweet taste in Isabella and Alex's mouths. The city hailed them as heroes, their reputation as groundbreaking artists solidified. Yet, the knowledge that a powerful organization sought the scepter cast a shadow over their newfound success. Determined to learn more about the artifact and their attackers, they delved back into the dusty tomes of the arcane library. Days turned into weeks as they scoured ancient texts, piecing together fragments of the scepter's history. Their research revealed a forgotten civilization obsessed with harnessing the raw power of emotions through magical artifacts. The scepter, they discovered, was not just a tool for artistic expression, but a key to unlocking a dormant power within the wielder. A shiver ran down Alex's spine. The emotions they'd channeled into their art, frustration, anxiety, now even courage, had undoubtedly influenced the scepter's magic. But what was this dormant power, and how could they control it? Their research offered no clear answers, only cryptic warnings about the dangers of wielding such a potent force. The Order of Arcane Balance, it seemed, wasn't entirely wrong. The scepter, in the wrong hands, could be a weapon of unimaginable destruction. Meanwhile, tensions with the Order escalated. Threats arrived in the form of cryptic messages and unsettling occurrences, a power outage during a live interview, strange symbols scrawled on their studio door. The Order was watching, waiting for an opportunity to strike. One stormy night, as Isabella meticulously cleaned her tools, a low hum filled the room. The scepter, usually inert, pulsed with an unsettling light. Suddenly, a holographic image shimmered into existence, a hooded figure with glowing eyes. It was the Arcanist. "You cannot escape us forever, artists," the figure boomed, its voice distorted. "The scepter belongs to the Order. We will take it, by force if necessary." The image flickered and vanished. Isabella and Alex exchanged a worried glance. The Order was making a move, and they were woefully unprepared. They needed to unlock the secrets of the scepter, not just for their own sake, but to protect the city from falling into the wrong hands. With a newfound sense of urgency, they redoubled their efforts. They consulted with a reclusive scholar rumored to possess knowledge of the forgotten civilization. They delved deeper into their artistic expression, hoping to forge a deeper connection with the scepter, to unlock its secrets not through force, but through understanding. As they ventured deeper into the unknown, the echoes of doubt threatened to return. Could they master the scepter in time? Could they protect themselves and the city from the looming threat? The answers remained hidden, buried within the swirling magic of the artifact itself. But one thing was certain, their journey as artists and wielders of magic had just taken a dramatic turn. Episode 14, Echoes of Resonance. The weight of responsibility hung heavy on Isabella and Alex's shoulders. The fate of the scepter, and potentially the city, rested on their ability to unlock its secrets before the Order of Arcane Balance made their next move. Their search led them to Professor Anya Petrova, a scholar ostracized by the academic community for her unorthodox theories about the forgotten civilization. Anya, a woman with a sharp mind and an even sharper tongue, greeted them with skepticism. "The scepter isn't a paintbrush, children," she scoffed, her eyes glinting with a hint of amusement. "It's a conduit, a bridge between the human spirit and the raw energy of creation." Intrigued, Alex and Isabella pressed on. Anya, sensing their genuine desire to understand, offered a cryptic clue. "The key to unlocking the scepter's true potential lies not in your art, but in your emotions, in mastering the very essence of what it means to be human." Her words resonated deeply. Their focus had been solely on artistic expression, but perhaps Anya was right. The scepter responded to their emotions, frustration amplifying its chaotic energies, courage igniting its protective power. Could they learn to control these emotions, to use them to unlock the dormant power within the artifact? Days turned into weeks as they embarked on a new kind of artistic exploration. They delved into meditation practices, pushing their minds to a state of tranquil focus. They explored the city's bustling streets, immersing themselves in the joyous chaos of human interaction. All the while, they practiced channeling their emotions into their art, not to amplify them, but to refine them. One afternoon, amidst a flurry of paintbrushes and swirling pigments, Alex felt a shift. He wasn't just painting a landscape. He was capturing the essence of serenity, the tranquil beauty of a sun-drenched meadow. The scepter hummed softly in his hand, responding to the focused calm within him. As the final brushstroke fell, a soft, white light emanated from the canvas, bathing the studio in an ethereal glow. The painting pulsed with a subtle energy, a far cry from the chaotic outbursts they'd experienced before. Isabella, observing the scene with wide eyes, realized Anya was right. The scepter wasn't a tool to be dominated, but a partner to be understood. By mastering their emotions, they were learning to resonate with the artifact's magic, unlocking its true potential. News of their success spread quickly, reaching the ears of the Order. The Arcanist, their frustration mounting, decided to take matters into their own hands. They launched a surprise attack on Isabella and Alex's studio, determined to seize the scepter by force. A fierce battle ensued. The studio became a whirlwind of magic, spells clashing with vibrant energy blasts. But this time, Isabella and Alex fought differently. Fueled by a newfound control over their emotions, they channeled the scepter's magic with precision and power. Alex unleashed a wave of focused energy, deflecting the Arcanist's attacks. Isabella, channeling her determination into a protective shield, shielded their most prized creations from the magical onslaught. The battle raged on, but the tide was turning. The Order, accustomed to brute force, struggled to counter Isabella and Alex's newfound control over the scepter's magic. Just as the Arcanist prepared for a final, desperate attack, a blinding white light erupted from the studio, emanating from the very canvases Alex had painted. The light, imbued with the emotions of serenity and hope Alex had poured into his work, washed over the Order members. Disoriented and overwhelmed, they stumbled back, their resolve crumbling. Seizing the opportunity, Alex unleashed a final, powerful blast of focused energy. It slammed into the Arcanist, sending them flying back and dissolving the remaining Order members in a puff of smoke. Silence descended upon the studio, broken only by the ragged breaths of Isabella and Alex. They had won, not through brute force, but through understanding and control. The echoes of doubt still lingered, a reminder of the challenges ahead. But now, a new melody resonated within them, a symphony of artistry, magic, and the unwavering human spirit. Episode 15, Fractures in Trust. The sleek chrome doors of their workshop hissed open, revealing Anya Petrova. Her smile could light a room, and her tailored suit screamed success. In her hand, she held a briefcase that promised solutions, a stark contrast to the malfunctioning scepters stacked on Alex's workbench. Isabella, Alexander, Anya greeted, her voice as smooth as her silk blouse. "I come bearing an opportunity both lucrative and world-saving, Isabella," ever the skeptic, crossed her arms, really. "Because last I checked, the world wasn't exactly clamoring for faulty scepter tech." Anya's smile faltered for a brief moment, then returned, a touch wider, practiced. "Ah, but that's the beauty of it. I propose we take your ingenious scepter technology and mass-produce artifacts with stabilized outputs. Imagine a world powered by clean, limitless scepter energy." Alex's eyes gleamed. This was the answer they'd been searching for. No more explosions, no more frustrated clients, just a chance to truly make a difference. "Isabella," he began, voice filled with newfound hope, "this could be it." "We can finally—" "Hold on, Alex." Isabella cut him off, her tone sharp. Anya's eagerness felt off, the timing too convenient. "This woman waltzes in promising a solution to a problem we haven't publicly acknowledged, and suddenly you're ready to jump ship." "It's not jumping ship, Isa," Alex countered, frustration creeping into his voice. "It's taking an opportunity. We can't keep going like this. Anya has the resources, the connections, and what exactly does she get out of this grand partnership?" Isabella challenged. "Clean energy is all well and good, but there's always a catch with people like Petrova." The argument escalated, voices rising as Alex accused Isabella of being overly cautious, and Isabella accused Alex of being blinded by desperation. The once harmonious team, their trust the bedrock of their work, began to crumble. Anya, silent observer to their fracturing bond, watched with a hint of a satisfied smile playing on her lips. She'd come prepared to exploit not just the scepter tech, but the cracks in their partnership. Perhaps, she mused, the power she sought wouldn't come from the scepter itself, but from the discord it sowed. The episode ended with a heavy silence, the workshop filled with the tension of broken trust and the hum of malfunctioning scepters. Could they mend the fractures within their team before Anya's true motives shattered everything they'd built? Episode 16, the tense silence stretched on, thick enough to choke on. Alex, his initial excitement replaced by a dull ache of disappointment, stared glumly at the workbench. Isabella, her jaw clenched, tapped a frustrated rhythm against a table. Anya, the picture of forced composure, shifted her weight from one leg to the other. "Look," Alex finally broke the silence, his voice heavy. "We can't deny Anya's offer has potential. Maybe we should hear her out." With a clear head, Isabella considered this, her gaze flicking between Alex and Anya. Taking a deep breath, she sighed. "Fine, but we need to do our due diligence. Anya, tell us everything. Your background, your company's goals, everything." Anya beamed, a touch too eager. She launched into a detailed presentation, outlining her company's commitment to clean energy and outlining a generous profit-sharing plan for their partnership. However, Isabella's sharp questions exposed inconsistencies. Anya stumbled over details, the carefully constructed facade showing cracks. One question, in particular, hung heavy in the air. "Why us?" Isabella asked, her voice steady. "There are plenty of established tech companies with the resources to handle this project. Why come to a small, unproven workshop like ours?" Anya hesitated, her smile strained. "Your technology," she finally said, "has a rawness, a potential others lack. We believe with the right refinement. Her voice trailed off, unconvincing. Later that day, after Anya left, the tension in the workshop remained. Alex, pensive, fiddled with a malfunctioning scepter core. Isabella, her brow furrowed, researched Anya Petrova and her company, uncovering a string of broken promises and shady business practices. "There's something rotten in Denmark," Isabella muttered, slamming her laptop shut. Alex looked up, his eyes filled with a newfound wariness. "So, what do we do? Risk it with Anya, or keep struggling on our own?" Isabella walked over and placed a hand on his shoulder. "We do what we always do, Alex. We figure it out together. But first, we need a plan. A plan to fix the scepter, and a plan to expose Anya for who she truly is." A spark of determination flickered in Alex's eyes. He straightened, a newfound resolve in his posture. "All right," I said, "let's do this."